Mom said to share this with you. So if you want some, just say, Michael, I like a piece of pie.
Sara Lee pies are big, like homemade, so there's plenty to share.
Nobody doesn't like Sara Lee.
I can't keep a secret. So when I heard Lipton Recipe Soup Mix changed its name to Lipton Recipe Secrets because it makes terrific recipes, I had to tell Joan.
They did more than change the name. Now there's a new flavor, savory herb with garlic, made specially for chicken. I couldn't keep that to myself.
We love chicken. And those herbs, a touch of garlic, makes any chicken taste... Well, see for yourself.
Lipton Recipe Secrets. The secret worth passing around.
One taste of the ocean spray cranberry and people will say just about anything.
Bow! Hub into the hickaboo hoodoo mow. Hub into the hickaboo. Hub into the hickaboo hoodoo mow. Ow.
Sweet tarts.
Sweet tarts!
Wow.
Wow.
Hub into the rebound.
Sweet tarts.
The sweet tart taste of ocean spray cran drinks. It's amazing what a little cran can do.
Bow. Hub into the hickaboo hoodoo mow. Hub into the hickaboo. Jubba dubba rubba.
And with 100% vitamin C and nothing artificial, they're good for you too. Amazing.
A bizarre discovery.
It's a human hand.
The grisly trophy of a serial killer.
There's a psychotic out there.
I think we ought to put the town on alert.
Picket fences Friday. She took 3 motherless children.
Not ask recruits about their sexual orientation. And also, actions against gays in the military will be suspended. He says any actions against gays will rest finally with him, the commander-in-chief. Although this has created a great deal of controversy, he says that he would not have done it any differently. It is clearly the most profound social change in the military since the military was racially integrated. We'll have more on this story tonight on the CBS Evening News with Dan Rather. Join us then.
We've got a saying at Thomas's English Muffins. There's a baker behind every nook and cranny. Well, that's me. And I've been proud for a lot of years now to make sure people are getting English muffins that toast up golden brown and that are baked like Mr. Thomas baked them over 100 years ago in England. Now that's a muffin.
Thomas's English Muffins. There's a baker behind every nook and cranny.
Waterbed Galleries half-off sale. Half-off mattress bed, 5-piece padded caps in all companies. Half-year free interest approved by. Half-off on selected furniture, motionless mattresses, and sheets. Friday and Saturday, 10 to 9.
We at Mishcon believe that no child should be in a home without heat. If you're in need of heating assistance, please call for information on Mishcon's Heat Bank. See the number on your bill. Mishcon, putting more warmth in your life.
Good tires can make your car safer to drive. We'll show you which tires you can trust in today's TV2 Consumer Reports on First News at 4.
Yesterday, Mother summoned me to lunch to tell me again to break things off with Rosanna, and when I told her I wouldn't, she said she didn't want me to know this, but Alex Cabot is my father, which makes Rosanna my half-sister.
Oh, man, this is unreal.
Yeah. Rosanna knew something was wrong last night when I saw her, but I couldn't tell her about it.
Have you told Alex yet?
I can't. He doesn't know.
What do you mean he doesn't know? When is your mother planning on telling him?
She wants to wait till after they're married. After Mom drops this bomb on me, Alex Cabot walks in. And then later in the office, he tells me he wants me to be one of his ushers. Says I'm like another son.
Evan, are you sure your mother's telling you the truth?
Why in God's name would my mother lie about something like that?
Maybe she wants you to stop seeing Rosanna. What more of a perfect way?
Yeah, but I just don't see why she'd lie.
I think you need to talk to Larry about this.
Talk to Larry about what?
I had dinner with Jane and Ambrose last night.
Oh.
Ambrose sends his best, and Jane will give you hers in person when she drops by later. We're having lunch.
Oh, good. Oh,
good morning. Good morning.
I'm very sorry I'm late. It's all right. We don't punch a time clock around here. I was just looking at your sketches for the Cow and Air Express logo. Very nice.
Thank you.
What did Scott think of them?
Oh, I don't know. I always want to get your reaction first.
Ah. Well, would you tell Mr. Eldridge that his presence is required?
Oh, I don't think Scott will be until later.
No, why not?
Oh, there was a message on my machine saying he was going to the courthouse. Wanted to be there, you know, first thing when Margot's verdict came through.
He shouldn't bother you like that. He shouldn't leave messages on your machine. For heaven's sake, you should call the office and leave a message with Thelma.
Oh, he did. It was on the service when I got in. I meant to tell you. I was about to tell you when Neil came in.
Please read the verdict.
We, the jury, in case 22041, the people of the state of Illinois versus Elroy Nevins, find the defendant guilty of attempted murder with maximum aggravation.
Oh, God.
As the world turns. This portion brought to you today by new Mr. Clean Bathroom. He cleans your bathroom to the shine.
Why can't something work like my soft cleanser without leaving all this grit?
Can't anything clean soap scum better than this?
Introducing an old friend with a new job. Now there's a Mr. Clean Bathroom who cleans to the shine. Disinfectant liquids can leave soap scum, while soft cleansers don't rinse away all their grit. But Mr. Clean Bathroom cuts through tough soap scum, leaving nothing but the shine. Full strength or in the bucket, new Mr. Clean Bathroom cleans to the shine.
How many times have you depended on NyQuil to get you through all those colds, all those nights? Now the makers of NyQuil present the most complete non-drowsy cold medicine you can get. Introducing DayQuil Liquid Caps, the amazing liquid-filled capsules that have concentrated medicine to relieve your coughing, chest congestion, stuffy head, and fever with nothing to make you drowsy. Introducing Vicks DayQuil Liquid Caps. Non-drowsy relief beyond belief.
I'm amazed. It's crystal clear. It's new from Cascade. Crystal Clear Rinse Agent. It adds an extra burst of Cascade sheeting action in the rinse cycle to wash away dulling residue for dishes that absolutely sparkle.
Big boys don't cry.
Introducing Tear-Free Pert Plus for kids. It's not just a tear-free shampoo. It's a detangling conditioner, too. Tear-Free Pert Plus for kids. Easy on eyes, tough on tangles.
Well, I guess you know that there are ways to test for paternity. I use them in my own practice.
I just can't believe my mother would lie to me about something like this.
It may not be a question of that, Evan. She may not be sure herself. After all, she was married to Connor's father all during that time. Anyway, I don't think there's any harm in checking it out.
Well, you realize this would have to be kept strictly confidential.
You bet.
What would we have to do?
Well, the simplest thing to do is just match blood types. That often shows whether a particular individual could be the father or not. If it doesn't, DNA matching, and that's conclusive.
Well, I recently had a blood test at Memorial through Dr. Samuels.
Well, that's great. That's all we need. That and your mother's blood type, that of Connor's father, and Alexander Cabot.
Okay, I know I can get my hands on the medical records of my family, but I don't have the slightest idea how to get a hold of Alex Cabot's.
Hello?
Hi. How are you feeling this morning?
About the same as last night.
I'm sorry. I tried calling you at the cellar after I left. And at your apartment, too. Several times. All I got was your machine.
Well, maybe I didn't want to talk to you.
Yeah, maybe. Emily, I was exhausted last night. I know I would have handled things a lot differently if I hadn't been. Look, I think if we just sat down and talked about all of this stuff unemotionally...
You know, that sounds very neat and organized, like everything else in your life.
but I'm afraid, well, I'm afraid that's a little too simple for me. You see, I can't go on any longer knowing that I'm not as important to you as I'd like to be. Goodbye, Royce.
I know. My mother would never lie to me about something like this, but maybe Emily's right. Maybe it's all a mistake. Look, I want to have these tests done, so I will do whatever it takes to get you what you need.
Well, thank you for taking time out of your busy schedule to meet with us. Kirk should be here any minute.
Thank you, Jane. Sorry you couldn't join us for dinner last night. Edwina said you had other plans.
Last night, I was working late last night.
Ah, so was Evan. And then Rosanna canceled at the last minute, so it was just Edwina and me.
Well, I'm sure you had a lot to talk about with the wedding just a few weeks away.
Yes, we did, as a matter of fact. I'm hoping that you and Evan can fly to Grosse Pointe a few days early and meet the rest of my family.
Oh, I'd love to. You know, I think Rosanna is planning on coming with us.
Yes, she is. We have Evan to thank for that. He's been a very good influence on my daughter.
Well, that's worked both ways.
Good morning, Connor.
Oh,
Alex.
Nice to see you.
Thank you. Has Connor shown you the artwork for Cabot Luxury Cars and Limos?
We were just about to head to the art department. I'm hoping that you can join us.
Good. I think you'll be excited about what we have. We are.
Great.
Excuse me, Connor. Your mother's here to see you.
Oh, I didn't know Edwina was joining us.
Neither did I. Show her in, please.
Well, while she's here, I'd like her to see the artwork, too, if that's okay with you guys.
Sure.
Good morning.
Hi, darling. What a nice surprise.
Oh, thank you. Well, I knew you were going to be here. I'm glad I caught you. I thought it would be nice if you and Connor and I could have coffee.
Yes, great.
Since you couldn't come to dinner last night. Connor, could I have a word with you?
Sure. Why don't I take Alex down to the art department? We'll meet you there.
Splendid.
I'm really glad you're here, darling. I'm going to be relying on your opinion a lot from now on.
If you're here to tell me about the dinner invitation that you were supposed to have extended to me, I've already covered for you.
Darling, I did try to reach you.
Really, you know, I don't remember any messages on my machine.
Have you seen Evan today?
No, why?
Well, I think he's unhappy because things haven't turned out the way he'd planned with Rosanna.
And what does that mean?
Well, I don't know all the details, but apparently it's over. I do think under the circumstances it's all for the best.
How can you say that, knowing how much Evan cares about her?
Darling, let's not keep Alex and Kirk waiting.
I tried reaching you last evening. After my hospital board meeting, I had an idea about Kruger. So I telephoned you, but all I got was your machine. And then I called Scott. He was out, too.
We went to the cellar last night.
Oh, that explains it. The cellar? I wouldn't have thought that place would appeal to you.
Well, it doesn't, really.
Good. Because then maybe what I have to suggest might appeal to you a little bit more on the subject of Kruger. How would you like a trip to Zurich to get to know more about how the Kruger operation works?
Well, I'll go wherever you need me. I love Switzerland.
Well, good. And I think you'll like Sean Baxter, too. It works out. He's a real nice guy, attractive guy. We'll talk about it later, okay?
Okay. Mrs. Walsh, I do have a favor to ask.
Go ahead, ask.
If it's all right, I'd like to leave early today and take tomorrow off to tend to a personal matter.
Of course, do it.
Excuse me, Mr. Keller is here to see you.
Send him in, Thelma.
I'll be in my office.
No, stay. Stay, Neil. Well, good morning, Mr. Keller. Have you come to see me? Does this visit mean that you have some renderings of the tower for me?
No. No, I'm leaving town tonight, and I don't know how long I'll be gone. So if there's something you'd like to go over today, maybe we should do that. Miss Alcott, nice to see you.
Same here, Mr. Keller.
more powerful, so you use less. Introducing new Ultra Liquid Cheer. Dirt goes, color stays.
And for people who have sensitive skin, try Cheer Free. It's dermatologist tested. It's free of dyes and perfumes. Now, how does that feel? Cheer Free for sensitive skin.
This graph shows a painful leg cramp, but nighttime leg cramps can be prevented with Qvel, a muscle relaxant plus vitamin E. Take Qvel before bedtime for a good night's sleep, because Qvel helps stop leg cramps before they start.
Everybody wants a battery that goes the distance, but you never know when they're about to run out of gas. Only Duracell has the Copper Top battery tester, so you can be sure your batteries will keep going down the road. You can't top the Copper Top.
You survive a plane crash and find yourself stranded on a mountaintop with no hope of rescue. How far would you go to survive? What they did will shock you. The true story, Alive Saturday.
Do you know when Mr. Walsh will be back in? No, just tell him that Rosanna called. I'll get back to him.
Hey, you. Hi.
Andy! What are you doing
I thought
here?
I was going to miss you. I'm glad I didn't.
No, I still have 20 minutes till class. What are you doing here?
Well, I'm going to do some PRO shots with Julie out here this morning, and I couldn't bear to be on this campus with my beautiful wife and not see her, so I decided to come early, and I have a little surprise for you, too.
You do? What? Hi, guys. Hi.
Oh, yeah. You're early.
Yeah, you look great.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, yeah, I stopped by the factory, and Barbara wanted me to try on the clothes there so she didn't have to come out here.
Okay.
Ta-da. Oh, my goodness.
Well,
Woo-hoo!
You look great. It's cold out there, though. Stay in here while it's warm, and I'll set up outside.
Okay.
I'm sorry. I thought we were going to have a little more time.
I understand.
But, just...
I
gonna have to wait.
Oh, I guess I don't have to tell you how lucky you are.
No, you don't. Hi, Julie.
Hey, Rosanna.
Hi.
How are things out at the farm?
Oh, everything's fine. Actually, Holden's doctor is staying out there with us for a few days.
Oh, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
I can't believe that Lily's divorcing Holden.
I know. What?
Yeah, she called Angel and told her. You guys want some coffee? I was gonna grab some.
No. Thanks.
No.
How you doing? Not so great. I took your advice. I talked to Hutch, and I told him that I wanted to feel free to see other people so I could get closer to Evan, get to know him a little better. Then everything changed with Evan. How? How did it change? Well, first he canceled on dinner last night with my father and his mother, who said that he had to work late. Then I went to the cellar later, and he was there. I tried to talk to him, but he seemed really different. He acted uncomfortable, almost distant. It was weird. I think sometimes the pressure of M&A gets to Evan. Yeah. I think it was more than that, Courtney. I think I was just a challenge to Evan, a conquest. He totally lost interest in me once I told him that I talked to Hutch.
Thank you. Look, I would like a proper meeting with my partners before you leave town, but they cannot be located. They're probably down at the courthouse. Can I get back to you later on?
Sure. Maybe I can have at least a rough rendering of the tower later today.
That would be very nice.
Sorry to interrupt, Miss Walsh, but may I have a word with you? In private? Thank you. Olivia is just flipping her lid. She is furious with our PR department. She says there hasn't been enough publicity on her line to counterbalance all the promotion that BRO and Simply Barbara have gotten because of the big fashion show.
Don't want Pat Freeman quitting a la Jasper. Now, has Olivia insulted her beyond repair?
Big time.
Big time?
Big time. I would have had Scott Eldridge handle it. He's so good with her, but he's not here.
Just a minute. Scott isn't the only one who knows how to handle Olivia. Excuse me. I'll be back in a minute.
I can't tell you how enjoyable it was waking up to you and my coffee this morning. Just like old times. What? What's wrong?
We have got to be more careful, Royce. I had just finished asking her for the day off tomorrow to take care of a personal matter when you come on in. Oh, I'm going out of town.
Relax, dollface. She never put it together.
All the same, handsome. I'm even surprised you're here. I thought you'd be out mending fences with Emily.
tried. Is that a problem for you?
No. It's just the circumstances.
Oh, well, maybe you should have thought about the circumstances before you started seeing so much of Scott.
Wow, that's a lot of shrimp.
At Red Lobster, for a limited time, enjoy 30 shrimp for just $9.99.
What sounds good to you folks tonight? 30 shrimp, please. Great choice.
With lemon pepper shrimp, succulent scampi, delicious grilled shrimp, and our famous fried shrimp. That's 4 different kinds. 30 shrimp on one plate, just $9.99, at only one place.
Only at Red Lobster.
And kids get shrimp too. A complete meal, just $1.99.
If you're under a physician's care for high blood pressure, ulcers, or asthma, then your choice of a non-prescription pain reliever is especially important. For millions of people like you, the one doctors recommend most is Tylenol.
This dairy food can be real tough to digest. No problem now, because I take Lactaid first.
Lactaid works naturally to make dairy foods more digestible.
Pardon me, there's no more cheesecake.
Lactaid, for the love of dairy.
Every day, a Lady Spalding is trapped in a marriage based on lies. Every day, she's getting further from the man she loves. And every day, you're getting closer to the revelation that will turn her life upside down. Because the day you think nothing is going to happen is the day that it will. Quick, turn on the light. Guiding light today.
Alex Haley's Queen begins Sunday, February 14th.
Of course, I'm not an expert on commercial art, but, well, I think it doesn't have the flair and inventiveness that M&A created for the divisions that they're responsible for.
Yes, you know, I think Edwina's right. You guys have started out really very well, but I don't know, somehow it hasn't all pulled itself together properly.
Well, we're glad we have your input this early in the process, Alex.
Well, I think I'll be back to the hospital. I want to say goodbye to all the volunteers I worked with. When will you be at M&A?
Oh, about 11:30, I would think.
Good, I'll try to be there then.
Great.
We can have lunch.
Terrific. Be nicer if you could get Evan to join us for lunch. Bye, darling.
Bye-bye.
Kirk, your messages.
Thank you.
Oh, just a minute, Jane. Before we discuss the artwork, I would like to make a couple of calls.
By all means, Jane, will you show him to the conference room? Make sure he has total privacy?
Certainly. Follow me, please.
Thank you.
I know she's your mother, but how would you feel about hiring a hitman to take her out?
Oh, don't tempt me.
The hell does she think she is, coming in here and bad-mouthing our campaign? She doesn't know anything about it. The art department's done a great job.
But that has nothing to do with it. She would have criticized anything she saw. She wants Evan and M&A to have every single one of Cabot's divisions.
Well, thank God she's going back to Grosse Pointe.
Oh, as though that's going to solve everything? I'm sure she's going to be popping up here to stick her nose in over here and to check up on Evan.
Hey, look at this. I got a message from Ellie.
I just talked to Dr. Samuels, and I told her you'd be calling to ask for my blood type, but I still can't figure out how to get a hold of Alex's.
You know, sometimes people carry a little card in their wallet identifying their blood type just in case of an accident.
So I should hire someone to pick Alex's pocket.
What about Rosanna? Maybe she knows.
Yeah, but how am I going to ask her? Look, I got to get back to the office. I'll get back to you.
I'll meet you there.
Thanks a lot, Larry, really.
Thanks for being such a good friend.
What are stepdaddies for?
Graham! Hi.
Sweetheart.
Come here.
Oh, good to see you, Larry. My
You too.
goodness, I've missed you.
I've missed you, too. I've just been so busy.
How about coming over for dinner tonight or tomorrow? You're welcome to bring Royce.
Thanks. I'd like to, but I don't think Royce will make it. Hello?
Hi.
Lena, hi.
I just came by to say goodbye to you and the rest of the volunteers. I'm leaving for Grosse Pointe tonight.
We'll all miss you. You must be so busy with the wedding so close.
Oh, yes, you can't know. Dr. McDermott, Do you think that Mr. Cabot and I could get our blood tests done here? It will just be one less thing to worry about.
Sure. As a matter of fact, I'll handle it personally.
Your Honor, defense requests that the jury be polled.
Do you have any objection, Mr. Benedict?
None at all, Your Honor.
The jury will be polled. Each member of the jury will please stand and state how he or she voted.
Guilty.
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 Guilty. Guilty. Guilty.
Guilty.
Guilty.
Thank you. Will the defendant rise? It is customary to sentence at a later date, but since the sentence is preset for attempted murder with maximum aggravation, I see no reason to delay. The defendant, Mr. Elroy Nevins, is hereby sentenced to 60 years in state prison. The jury is dismissed with thanks for the service they have rendered. Court is dismissed.
I'm going to go up and thank Jessica.
So of course you did.
Congratulations, sweetheart. Thank you. Oh, we did it. Oh, I want to go up and thank and congratulate Jessica and Jason. Excuse me.
I'll get you for this.
My granny spaghetti recipe. With ordinary grated topping? Oops. Some are 1/3 fats and fillers, but Kraft is 100% grated Parmesan for 100% great taste. Granny would approve.
How can I ever forget one of my special customers, little Michael? Every week he'd come in, and every time he'd say, his eyes shining.
Stork reason, please, Mrs. Lang.
One of those reasons I had to give him immediately. The others I put in a bag for him. Now there is Stork Chocolate Reason, a long-lasting, chewy chocolate caramel covered with rich chocolate, just right for Michael.
Stork Chocolate Reason, please, Mrs. Lang.
And Michael still eats the first one immediately. Stork Chocolate Reason, the everlasting chocolate chew.
Put Velveeta in, leave the lookalikes out. Mix the salsa in, pop it in and pull it out.
Use some lookalike, who knows what may come out.
With Velveeta, there's no doubt. Put Velveeta in, leave the lookalikes out. Mix the salsa in, pop it in and pull it out. Now you got a tasty salsa dip that's really gonna make them shout. Velveeta!
Velveeta cooks better.
That's what it's all about. Velveeta!
We'll continue with part 2 of As the World Turns in just a moment.
Tonight, Bob's up for a big award.
Congratulations, Dad!
But is his daughter dating the competition?
I can only stay a sec. We're going to the governor's ball.
All new Bob tonight.
The history of a nation reflected in the story of a single family. I love you with all my heart. Alex Haley's Queen begins Sunday, February 14th.
This is CBS.
Working certain shifts can actually be bad for your health. TV2's Jerry Hodak will tell you what can happen when you try to beat your biological clock. That's tonight at 6.
Value City Furniture declares an emergency markdown sale. All discontinued 1992 merchandise must go now, regardless of cost or loss. This luxurious Quailer sofa with dual recliners now only $488. 4-piece bedroom short choice only $298. 5-piece country garden dinette $198. Occasional table short choice $49 each. Metal headboards $19. Metal hall tree $14. Get 90 days same as cash. Our loss is your gain during the emergency markdown sale now at Value City Furniture.
To test for perfect pasta, some people use hit-or-miss methods. But this isn't the way to make sure your pasta is just right. This is. Because when you choose San Giorgio, you can depend on the pasta to turn out perfect. Great. Every time. For over 75 years, San Giorgio's been pleasing families meal after meal. In test after test, the medal for perfect pasta goes to San Giorgio.
Clinton made a campaign promise to end the ban on gays in the military. But will Congress let him keep that promise? Next on Hugh.
Friday at 5 on WJBK TV2.
And now, part 2 of As the World Turns.
Okay, you may want to stop by M&A before you go back to Dean's. I'm going to run off these contact sheets, and when they're dry, I'm going to bring them over to M&A.
Great, great, great. So, yeah, I wanted to see this right away. You think the shoot's going to go all afternoon?
Yes, yes, you're the only model we're using, besides Johnny.
Oh, Johnny's going to see that?
Yes.
No kidding. Good thing Caitlin's out of town, huh?
Hey!
How'd it go?
It went great.
Good. Did you freeze? I did, a little bit. But your husband works very fast, but I guess I don't have to tell you that. I'm out of here. See you later.
So long.
So?
So?
Oh, my surprise!
What surprise?
Oh, come on.
Come on, open it, open it.
I'm gonna sit down first. Oh, Andy!
Yes, of course I do. This is the necklace from Anguilla that I fell in love with, but we couldn't afford.
Yeah, I remember you said that, and you know, it was really the only thing that I regretted about our honeymoon at all. So I called the hotel, and the clerk remembered us, and I told him to send it to Dean so I could surprise you. Are you surprised?
It's so beautiful.
Do you think it's still as beautiful as when you saw it on our honeymoon?
Of course, I love it.
Good. I love you.
I love you. Hi. Hi.
Hi.
How you doing?
I gotta go.
Oh, are you gonna be home late?
I may be late with the shoot and getting ready for the fashion show. I love you.
Hey, I love you. Have a great day.
Okay.
Thank you,
Sure.
sweetheart.
Bye, Roseanne.
Oh, that's pretty. Isn't it beautiful? How are you doing, huh? You seem kind of bummed out. Well, it's a rotten feeling thinking Evan might just be playing games with me. Rosanna, I really don't think he is. But if you really feel that, I think you should call him and ask him straight out.
So how long are you going to punish me, Emily?
I'm not sure yet.
Can't we go to my place and talk this thing through?
I'm only interested in talking if you're ready to talk about that part of yourself you aren't sharing with me. There's someone else, isn't there?
What just came for you? And there's a little note.
Thanks.
I'll be back.
Dear Emily, I'm not sure how to start to make things right with you. I thought of sending an olive branch as a peace offering, but the delivery charges from Italy were outrageous. So I settled for flowers instead, because I couldn't find anything else as sweet-smelling and beautiful as you. Please forgive me, Royce.
I got your peace offering.
Oh, yeah? How about I come over there and take you out for coffee?
Thanks, but I'm pretty busy.
So you haven't forgiven me?
I just need more time to think about it, Royce.
Okay. All right. But I want you to know this. You told me that you had the feeling that you weren't as important to me as you'd hoped. Well, you're wrong. You are very, very important to me, Ms. Stewart. More important than I can even put into words.
Oh, that is wonderful.
Not just the verdict, but that Margot's last test was negative for HIV.
Yeah, isn't it? Imagine how relieved Tom and Margot are right now.
Yeah.
It took a lot of guts for them to prosecute that case. In fact, I'd like to get an interview with them for the City Times.
Well, you're gonna have to wait. I reckon they're boarding my jet right about now, on the way to Cape Cod.
You are a very generous man, Cal.
Wish Lila believed that.
Look, Cal, I don't know what's going on between the two of you, but don't you think that now that the trial's over and all that stress is removed, maybe you two can patch things up?
Well, I'd like to think so, but Lila doesn't. I don't want to talk about that anymore. I don't know whether you've heard. Lily called Angel. She's going to file for divorce.
No.
I had no idea. How is Holden taking this?
Cal, you have a call from M&A. You can take it on line 2.
Oh, thank you, Jane.
Well, I'm sure Lucinda's thrilled that Lily's filing for divorce.
Yeah.
When did that happen? I didn't know.
Cal just told us. I don't think she should be too thrilled. Lily's still never going to forgive her.
Forgive her for what?
Didn't you hear, Jane? Lucinda hired detectives, and they found Holden in that hospital last September, and Lucinda didn't tell anybody, including Lily.
All right, Gladys, from the top.
Though we know you love butter, Fleischmann's found something other. It's over butter. All the smoothness of butter with a rich, creamy flavor. New Move Over Butter. It's either move over butter or nothing at all. With sweet, creamy buttermilk, 0 cholesterol. Move over butter.
New Move Over Butter from the folks at Fleischmann's.
It's hot, or it's not. It's mild, or it's wild. It's a little of this, or a lot of that. It's what you make it, however you take it. Ortega. It's mix to the max.
A short while ago, Carol Walters was troubled with arthritis pain. But she promised Pete they'd go for their run. So she took a Motrin IB, the same medicine as in the Motrin doctors have prescribed for years, but in non-prescription strength. And just one Motrin IB works as well as 2 regular aspirin. So now Carol's ready.
Let's go, Pete.
Pete's been ready for a while. Motrin IB, the relief of Motrin in non-prescription strength.
I have to admit I was a little nervous when the jury had to be sequestered last night. I just thought that if they were going to find Nevins guilty, they'd reach the verdict more quickly.
This was a closed courtroom, so, I mean, isn't all this going to come out now? The press is going to want to hound the jury. They want the story.
Yeah, well, after the verdict, the judge reminded the jury that the proceedings were confidential, so I don't think anyone will talk to the press.
Margot and Tom must be ecstatic.
Bet. Oh, I don't think you know. Margot got the results of her final antibodies test. It was negative.
Oh.
She's completely out of danger.
Oh, they're going to be celebrating tonight.
No, not here. They're on their way to Cape Cod with the boys.
Oh, well, I have to get to my appointment with Dr. Samuels.
Yeah, I'll see you with it.
Talk to you later.
See you later, Jess.
When do you expect Susan back from Chicago?
Oh, I don't know. Day or 2. Can't be soon enough for me, because I sure miss her, I'll tell you that.
Well, I'm sure the feeling's mutual. I got the feeling from Emily that things aren't going so well between her and Royce.
They aren't. But, I don't know. Maybe they will be soon.
I certainly hope so.
Isn't it a relief to know that Elroy and Nevins will never be walking our streets again?
Oh, I'll say it is. I think Tom and Margot should be very proud of themselves for what they've done. And I'm so glad they've taken some time off to be with the children.
Hi there.
I hope I'm not late.
Hi.
I had to drop by the school and let Jerry know about the verdict. He was worried.
Oh, of course he was. And we're so happy you're going to be with us.
Well, me too. I'm so excited.
Good.
Dawn, I'm thinking of doing another segment on patterns about people who are living with the HIV virus. I wonder, would you consider being a guest?
Well, thanks, Mrs. Hughes. Yeah, I'd have to think about it. I want to help get the word out, but... Well, I'm worried about my privacy with Jerry.
Oh, yes, yes, of course.
Dawn, excuse me. It's, Ernie Smith for you? Oh, Yeah. Thanks. Sure. I wonder how he tracked me down here. Ernie? Yeah, you heard? Yeah. Well, I don't think they would have found him guilty without your testimony. I'm so grateful to you.
Oh, hello.
Have you heard the great news?
Yeah, isn't it terrific?
Yes.
Cal came by the office and told us. You're just the person I want to see, Kim.
Really?
I just wanted to make sure that WOAK is going to promote the BRO fashion show because it's such a worthy cause.
Oh, well, you can count on it. I want them to make lots and lots of money for that new AIDS unit.
Great.
Well, you know they will. Barbara's designs are the best ever.
Hank Elliott's, too.
Yeah.
You know, I don't envy Lucinda having to deal with Olivia when she reads the raves in the press.
The part of Scott Eldridge is being played today by Christopher Cass.
I wish you'd been there. Olivia was outrageous. Lucinda had the worst time getting her calmed down. Well, of course, the woman is always outrageous. She's never less
Mr. Eldridge, you deign to grace us with your presence.
Hello, Scott.
Today.
Hello, Duncan. So you want to discuss the riverfront project?
Yes, I do, because Mr. Keller says he's leaving town, and I'm hoping to get some kind of a rendering of the tower out of him before he does.
You mean we finally may see something from our prima donna architect? Wouldn't that be nice?
Well...
Where's he going this time?
I didn't ask him, he didn't tell me. Thelma! Could I have some more coffee, please? Sure.
Ooh, I'm here. What happened at the trial?
Oh, Nevins was found guilty of attempted murder, given the maximum sentence. He'll never get out of prison now.
Oh, that's wonderful. Such an important case.
Important and an important precedent as well. You must be so proud of Jessica that she'd make a history there, part of the prosecution team.
Well, it did mean a lot to her, and I am proud of her. But I wanted to take it easy now because the baby's due.
Oh, John!
Sorry. I didn't know you were having a meeting. I didn't mean to interrupt.
That's all right.
You heard about the verdict?
Yes.
Yes.
I'm thrilled about that.
Good.
I'm in the middle of a meeting, but let's us two have lunch, okay?
Well, that would be nice, except I want to stop by Ivar's and see little Matthew, John, for a while. I was over there last night, but there was a mob there, including Holden's therapist from New York.
Oh, my God. Holden's therapist from New York. What's she doing in town?
She says she's come to Oakdale for a vacation. I think Holden's glad. He's having a little trouble dealing with the news from Lily.
What? What news?
I thought you knew.
No, what news?
Take it easy. Take it easy. She called Angel. She's starting divorce proceedings against Holden.
Yep, it's a dull, boring morning. 65 degrees. No wind. No clouds. Dull.
Raised in the California sunshine. Oh,
What did he have for breakfast?
we take a red, ripe tomato, fluffiest mashed potato this side of Idaho.
We make a mean lean cuisine.
We take an angel hair pasta, toss it with lots of wicked marinara.
We make a mean lean cuisine.
We take a ooh la la French cut green beans, roasted chicken like you never ever seen. Stouffer's makes a real mean lean cuisine, real mean.
Are we okay?
Oh, not really, no. I'm all stuffed up.
I'm all stuffed up.
Well, I got a sore throat and a cough.
Well, me too.
Well, stop complaining.
I'm not complaining.
Somebody is complaining.
Then we'll take something.
Not that cough syrup makes me gag.
When you're all blocked up, Ludens helps. Fast-acting cough suppressants with menthol vapor relief.
I can breathe.
For serious vapor relief, Ludens helps. Really help.
Just when I need someone to love me. Just when I think the world's too cold. There you are, right there beside me. There you are in my heart, standing by me once again. There
Sheba, because you cherish your cat.
You better prepare yourself for some fallout in this case, Cal. You're going to be pictured in some quarters as plundering robber baron out to destroy the heritage of all Native Americans.
That sounds the way Lila would describe me. You know, the fact is, I've been over backwards to compromise on the use of that land. I offered to...
Oh, hello. I'd like a word with you,
Hi.
Evan, if you have time.
Oh, I've got some press releases I'd like to show you. They're in my office.
Well, let's take a look. Hey.
Hi.
Well, what's up?
I feel a little bit weird about talking to you about this, but I think it's important. I don't like to see Rosanna being hurt, and I just hope you're not playing games with her.
What do you mean?
Well, she seems to think that you may have gotten her to care about you, and then dropped her as soon as she did.
Oh, I'd never do that. Courtney, you've got to understand the last thing I want is for Rosanna to be hurt. Thanks for telling me that.
Well, I think it's just...
Courtney!
You're following me, aren't you?
I'm not following you. I was bringing these contact sheets here. Listen, do you want to get some lunch downstairs at the cafe?
I would love some. We've got to start brown bagging it soon, though.
Okay, right.
Do you want me to take these to Emily?
Will you?
The
I appreciate that.
contact
Thanks.
sheet?
Yeah.
I'll see you.
Okay.
Evan? Hey, Archie said you were in here. I wanted to talk to you.
What's up?
I had a strange talk with Mother this morning, and she said that there was some sort of problem between you and Rosanna.
Well, I'd rather not go into it, but I'm glad you're here. Listen, I've been thinking, what was the name of the doctor who took care of Dad in his last years?
Dr. Rossiter. Why?
That's it. Right. No reason. Just... I guess I was just thinking about Dad. You know, this is the same time of year, and he died.
Evan?
Hey, Rosanna.
Hi.
If you'll excuse me, I'm going to go check in with Emily.
Hi. It's nice to see you. Want to go get some lunch?
No, thanks. I'd rather just talk here.
All right. How about some coffee? I've been mainlining it all morning.
No. You look tired.
Well, I didn't get too much sleep last night.
Why? What's wrong?
I wish I could go into it. If you could wait until... Well, it really just... Everything's coming down on me all at once lately.
Evan, if you've changed your mind about how you feel about me, I wish you would just...
No, that's not it. Listen, Courtney came by. She told me that you think that I may have thought of you as some sort of a conquest, and that's not true. My feelings for you are the same, even though I may not have the right.
The right? What is that supposed to mean?
Rosanna, Evan,
hello.
nice to see you. I hope we can have that family dinner together this evening.
Excuse me. Yes. Yes, I'll take it here. Larry.
Evan, listen, you're not going to believe this, but your mother and Alex Cabot just came in for blood tests. Yeah, so I'm going to be able to type their blood after all. Now, look, I'm kind of putting my butt on the line here, so this is just between us. You understand?
Yes, I sure do. Thank you very much.
Come on, honey, it's late. Most moms don't have a lot of time in the morning.
Hurry, hurry.
But all it takes is 90 seconds to make them instant Quaker oatmeal instead of cold cereal. Instant Quaker oatmeal.
Bye, Mom. Better run.
For moms who have a lot of love, but not a lot of time.
I love this shirt, and I want to keep it looking like new. That's why I wouldn't risk washing it in anything but Woolite. See, even after 30 washes, it looks like this new one because Woolite won't damage the fibers. Trust Woolite to help keep your clothes looking like new.
One taste of the ocean spray cranberry and people will say just about anything.
Sweet tart. Sweet tart.
Wow.
Wow. Sweet tart.
The sweet tart taste of ocean spray cran drinks. It's amazing what a little cran can do. And with 100% vitamin C and nothing artificial, they're good for you too. Amazing.
Old problem? New freedom. Old problem? New freedom. Introducing New Freedom. New Ultra Thin Maxi. The only one with this new Moisture Lock strip to help moisture stay where it belongs, in the center. Old problem, new freedom. Old problem, new freedom. New freedom, new ultra thin maxi.
All right, now, make sure that you try Angel Lang. Try the Mitchell Center. I think you can reach it.
Okay. Jane, I've got reservations for us at Emilio's, but I need a sec.
Good. I need a minute alone with your boss.
Okay.
Hello. Hello. Hello, my dear. What's the matter? Is Ambrose all right?
Ambrose is fine, but I'm not. I'm in shock, Lucinda. I just heard that you knew for a long time that Holden was in that hospital in New York, and you didn't tell Lily or his family?
Ambrose told you?
No.
Well, who told you? Thelma told you?
No, it wasn't Thelma either. I heard it at Walsh.
Well, if it was at Walsh, then I guess Connor Walsh told you.
Lucinda, what is the difference who told me? Look, I'm trying very hard not to judge you. But this is beyond my comprehension.
Ambrose should have told you. I made a snap decision, all right? I had to make it, and I did. I wanted to spare Lily the pain of seeing him the way he was when he was in the hospital there, and I made the wrong decision. And by God, I paid for it, all right? But I would certainly believe that you would understand what was behind me. Why, I wouldn't...
Mrs. Walsh? Oh, I am sorry. I'll come back later.
No, that's all right, Neil. You met Jane Bingham. Jane was my right hand at Walsh. She's Thelma's cousin, too, Neil Alcott. She's my art director.
I'm delighted to meet you, Miss Alcott.
Pleasure's mine. I've heard a lot about you.
Thank you.
All of it good. May I please walk you out? Please?
Hi.
Hi.
Hey!
How's the weather in here?
Partly cloudy with a high-pressure system moving in. Lucinda tried to call us both at home last night.
Well, that's all right. As long as she doesn't know we were both at the cellar together.
Oh, I told her.
You told her.
Yeah. There's no reason I have to hide my friendship with you, Scott. She didn't bat an eye.
Yeah, well, there's often a delayed reaction. Don't be surprised if she suddenly ships you off to Zurich. What?
She already suggested it.
No.
Oh, well, I'll have to get back to you on that. Yeah. All right. All right, well, I'll talk to you soon. Bye.
Hi. Delivery for Royce Keller from the Pampered Palate?
That's me.
Thanks.
I think I figured it out. Thank you.
Thank you.
Dear Royce, since you thought of sending me an olive branch from Italy, I thought I'd send you a picnic. It's not from Italy, but it is Italian food.
Yeah.
Hi.
Hi. I just got your picnic basket. I haven't had much chance to check it out, but I can already tell there's something missing.
What's that?
You.
Well, maybe that can be corrected.
Yeah? Hurry on over here. I'll lay out the food while I'm waiting, and heck, I'll even uncork the wine if there is any.
There is. See you soon.
Yes. Okay, where's the helicopter? I didn't...
Just a little trick I learned from someone. I used the phone back there.
Oh, Emily, Emily, Emily. Can't we start over? Just forget yesterday ever happened.
I don't want to forget it happened. I just want you to be open with me.
Please trust me. Be patient. Just a little longer. Just so we avoid any misunderstandings in the near future, I'm going to tell you right up front that I'm leaving town tonight, and we may be out of touch for a day or two.
Well, thank you, Dr. McDermott. We both really appreciate it.
There's so much to do before a large wedding. We really wanted to get the tests finished before we went back to Grosse Pointe.
Well, I'm happy I could help you. I'll put a rush on these through the lab, and you should get the results later today.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Were you able to reach Bob, give him the news?
No. I called the hospital in Chicago and asked them to have him reach me at the studio. That's where I'm headed now.
I must say, seeing Nevins in court this morning brought back all those bad memories of when we found out he was HIV positive. I think he got what he deserved.
Oh, I'll say thank God for that verdict. At least he'll be in prison now. He can't hurt anybody else.
Well, maybe now Margot can stop having those nightmares.
Since the sentence is preset for attempted murder with maximum aggravation, I see no reason to delay. The defendant, Mr. Elroy Nevins, is hereby sentenced to 60 years in state prison.
Both being sent back to Hillsborough today. They're on their way down now to pick you up.
Years. That's rough, Elroy. We should have gotten the hell out of there that night. Never should have touched Detective Hughes.
We should have killed her.
Come on, Elroy.
She thinks she's safe now with me locked up. But there are ways that I could still get to her. And when I'm done, she'll wish we had finished her off that night.
I love this shirt, and I want to keep it looking like new. That's why I wouldn't risk washing it in anything but woolite. See, even after 30 washes, it looks like this new one because woolite won't damage the fibers. Trust woolite to help keep your clothes looking like new.
Something scary is hiding behind my shower curtain. Grungy mildew stains, ooh, and dingy soap scum, too. Oh, I'm tired of using two products to get my tiles really clean.
Introducing new Vanish Mildew Plus with Bleach Plus powerful cleaners. It quickly removes mildew stains with bleach. Plus, it has more cleaning agents than Tilex to break up soap scum. So it cleans soap scum better than Tilex.
Now it's safe to go back in the shower again.
New Vanish Mildew Plus, when clean really counts.
No better way to face the day.
Non-stop days need Lady Speed Stick. Its clinically proven protection helps you feel fresh and confident all day. Lady Speed Stick.
No better way to face the day. Find it.
New from Jim Henson Video. We're about to embark on a potentially dangerous mission. It's the Muppets in their wildest adventure. The Great Muppet Caper on video cassette. Let's go for it. It's a baffling mystery. Diana Riggs got the diamonds. Charles Grodin's out to get them. Miss Piggy's in trouble. And Kermit's out of control.
There could be physical violence. Somebody might even get killed.
I'm out. Get the Great Muppet Caper on video. And for a limited time, when you buy it, you'll get a free watch. Available wherever videos are sold.
Saturday.
This is gonna take some experience.
Raven turns thief and gets caught in a deadly double cross.
The time for the negotiations has ended.
Raven, Saturday.
Sunday, a special edition of 60 Minutes. A salute to 3 remarkable women who have honored us with their presence on this broadcast.
Monday, Maggie takes Joel home for a family reunion.
Your grandmother's locked herself in the bathroom.
You got yourself a regular loony bin here. Northern Exposure Monday.
Men's Accessories by Swank Incorporated. This is Dan Regent, inviting you to join us again Monday for As the World Turns.
This is CBS.
This is a TV2 First News Break.
At least one child is dead, another near death. Hundreds others sickened after eating contaminated hamburgers at a West Coast fast food chain. We'll show you what's being done to make sure that you don't become a victim of a similar outbreak on TV2 First News today at 4.
Clinton made a campaign promise to end the ban on gays in the military. But will Congress let him keep that promise? Next, Donahue. Top military brass and advisors fear that admitting homosexuals will undermine morale and discipline and disrupt military readiness. So will Congress attempt to override Clinton's executive order? The president's groundbreaking decision to end the military ban on gays. The political battle heats up. Next, Donahue.
Friday at 5 on WJBK TV2.
What exactly is Sesame Street Live? Well, we suggest you judge it at face value. Let's face it, Sesame Street Live is all kinds of fun, wrapped into one. Sesame Street Live, the one show you'll be glad you shared with your children.
Sesame Street Live, Big Bird and the ABCs now appearing at the Fox Theater. Tickets on sale now at the Fox Theater box office, all Ticketmaster centers.
Rich Fisher and Catherine Mahan deliver weekdays at 6 only on TV2.